Hello there, my name is Phernivy and thanks for clicking on my video. So in today's speed build, I am creating a barn. So, as you can see in the left, that's going to be kind of the field where you can do your farming. I guess like barn, farmhouse, that's kind of the concept that I was going for. I specifically remember in The Sims 3, there was a house that kind of looked like this. The shape anyway. I don't know if I can't remember if it had that big kind of like, you know, like farmland, but it did have this sort of like L-shaped home. I can't remember if it was 2 levels or not, but that's kind of what I was going for. I wanted to build sort of a farmhouse with the idea of that house that was in The Sims 3. If you can remember what I'm talking about, leave a comment down below because I'm pretty sure I'm not making this up. I'm pretty sure there was a house that looked like that, but wow, thinking back, like I haven't played The Sims 3 in years. Like honestly, like since The Sims 4 came out maybe, and when did that come out? 2014? Wow, like almost 4 years? That's nuts to me. Maybe I'll I don't know, maybe I'll re-download it and take a look at it. I don't know though, it is a lot different than The Sims 4, but it's also incredible in its own way as well, so. But yeah, so right now, I'm trying to figure out what I want the outside to look like. So I wanted it to obviously look like a barn, so I did the sort of red, woody type wallpaper, whatever you want to call it. I did that outside. Working on the deck right now. And trying to pick out a good front door. I wish they obviously had like a barnish door, like a barnyard door, but they don't. Yep, so over here I wanted to have some sort of like viney sort of, what would you call that? Like not a gazebo, but I have no idea what you call that. Yeah, so I'm trying to make that over here. The only problem is there's not any like hanging vines, and that's kind of what I was trying to go for. I did my best. I added like that like wild grass on top, but it didn't really look the same, but whatever. I did the best I could. I think I've said it in another video, or if not, I'll say it in a future video. I just wish that some of the vines weren't clumped up like that. Like, if you look at the flower vine, it has like some of those kind of like elongated, like snake-like features. Like, I wish they had vines like that, not just like big clumps of, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, there are vines that look like that, but a lot of vines are kind of like spaced out too, and I don't know. That's just me being whatever. But anyway, so trying to figure out the layout for the inside of it, because it is kind of just like a big L shape. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna like create like rooms out of this. I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do. So for right now, okay, so it's funny. I don't know if I've said this yet in any of my videos, but I don't know. I have a very hard time with like visually seeing distance or size. For instance, when I'm driving, like, and somebody's giving me directions and they're like, oh, it's in half a mile. I'm like, okay, well, what's half a mile? Like, you have to tell me when to turn, because I can't visually see when half a mile is. I'll say to my friend, like, oh, like, to me, this was half a mile. She's like, that's not even close. That's maybe like a quarter, not even. So I don't know. So when I'm building these houses, I do the shape, and then sometimes I'll go in to furnish it, and it's not big enough for the actual furniture because I kind of underestimated how large it was. So if you saw before, I kind of placed the beds in there before I finished the room size. It's because sometimes I have a hard time visually seeing how big the rooms actually need to be for a bed. And I don't want to just build it and then furnish it. I go back to make sure that it's fitting properly. So you'll probably see me do that in probably all my builds, I'll go in, like I'll put a countertop, or I'll put a couch, or I'll put a bed or a toilet, just to kind of size up what the room is actually going to be. But anyway, right now we're in the kitchen area. I'm trying to figure out this like end of the island. It just wasn't fitting correctly, so I put that little like wagon with the flower on top to kind of block how glitchy that looked, because it looked terrible. But it wasn't like, it looked like a mushroom, like when it would automatically click in, the top looked like a mushroom, and I didn't want it to look like that. But it just wasn't working out for me, and I was just like, I want it to be like this, so I'm just gonna let it glitch out and try and cover it up. So that's basically what I did there. And then, yeah, I've been using these a lot as well, the kind of like mason jar lights. I just love those. They're so cute. And those bar stools as well. I've been using those a lot. Yeah, so I chose to do the dark brown for the walls with the lighter wood paneling underneath. And I think I've said it in another video before, whenever I do kind of like a dark woody brown, I don't know why, but I always tend to do like a green and brown couch. I just feel like it just suits the color very well. It just balances it out. I don't know. It just looks really good. So I added that green couch with a couple of brown leather armchairs. And then I'm gonna try and find a decent looking carpet. I wish we had more carpets in the game. Yeah, so I guess I went for that like orangey color. It matches with the countertop, so I think that went pretty well. Did I just change the Yeah, so okay, so apparently I changed the mason jar lights. I forgot about that. So yeah, I think I looked at it and it just wasn't kind of going with everything. It looked, I don't know, I don't want to say modern, but it didn't, I don't know, it didn't fit well. It looked, I don't know, too nice. So I added those tiny little like metal ones, I think. I'm really bad at describing, but you can see them there. I just chose the bronze color and it matched a little bit better. So then I started decorating over here and realized I wasn't recording, so you didn't really miss much. I just added that table with a couple of clutter items and some sunflowers. That's pretty much all I did. And I'm just going around adding some wall lights. And then over here is gonna be a couple, like a bedroom and a bathroom. And sorry that was like really fast and all over the place. So I moved back over here. This is going to be the sort of office area, kitchen, not kitchen, kids playroom. I don't know why I just said kitchen. This is gonna be the office area / kids playroom. Again, with the green chairs, because I just feel like it goes really well with the dark brown. And then yeah, in that little corner, I'm gonna do the kids playroom. And I know some of you are thinking like how disgusting that wallpaper is, but I love it. It just went so well with the house. Like, old-timey farmhouses had that wallpaper. Like, I used to live in a really old renovated farmhouse, and we had like disgusting wallpaper in some of the rooms, and that's exactly what it looked like. And it just, I don't know, it takes you back to that time. Like, I don't know, I love it. It was so cute, so I had to put it in. And then this is the bathroom, the downstairs bathroom. So I'm doing the bright yellow shower tub combo with the, is that cabinet from Parenthood? I don't remember, but I really love that. And I liked that big flower bucket, but I wanted to size it down to put on the countertop, but it still had the larger like lighting shadow. So it just looked weird. It made the counter look like there was a big ring on it. So I just deleted it and put something different. So this is like a guest bedroom. It's very basic. There's a little table, I put some of those like shoes underneath, side tables, lamps, rug, bed, and like a dresser. And I added a TV in here because if it's a guest bedroom, they might want to watch their own TV in there. And then this little section over here is going to be just a tiny little gym area. I did the large, what is it? I almost said windows. The large mirrors with the treadmill and a yoga mat. And then yeah, so I'm going around adding some plants and some like paintings around the walls. And then right now I was just moving around in my chair if you heard a bunch of rustling. Sorry if that was annoying. But I'm trying to figure out the layout for the upstairs now. So if you can see that hallway, I also didn't test this. So I really hope that Sims can walk down that hallway. I don't see why they couldn't. It's not that tiny. I'm pretty sure they can, but it's a very, very tiny, long, thin hallway. It does kind of look weird, but whatever. I wanted like the master bedroom to kind of be in the back but I also wanted 2 other bedrooms, so there really was no other way for that to be. So yeah, there's a really awkwardly long hallway. But again, I lived in an old farmhouse and we had some weird like long hallways, so I don't know, maybe it's a thing. So right now I'm working on the master bedroom, adding a couple bookshelves because I didn't really know what to put right there. It just was like dead space, so I just added some bookshelves. Yeah, usually when I don't know what to add, I just throw in a couple bookshelves and it's good to go. So I wanted to put in the like really nice jacuzzi tub. I did the stand-up spa day, I believe. That's the spa day shower. And then I did the toilet. I put some walls around it because, I don't know, it's just weird when like, I guess it's not weird, but when a toilet's not up against a wall, it's weird looking that it's kind of just free floating in the middle of the room. So, you know what I mean? Just like sitting in the middle. I don't know, it's weird. So I put a couple walls around it. And then now I'm going to be doing the like bedroom. So it could be kids. You can obviously renovate this however you want. And I'm going to have this in the gallery under my origin name, Phernivy. I'll put the spelling in the description down below if you don't know how to spell it. But yeah, so you can look it up and download it if you want. But for these 2 rooms, I figured it'd be like kids' rooms. I set them up to be like teenage rooms for teenagers. But you can obviously renovate it and like change the beds and add little kid toys if you wanted. But yeah, so this is obviously a girl's room, or it could be a boy's room. Doesn't have to be girl just because it's pink. But so I added some sweaters and hanging stuff on the wall. I did the pink bed, and I'm just doing little like knickknacks and things on the walls and stuff. I added an easel as well. And then this is another room. Could be for a teenage boy or a girl, doesn't matter. Whoever you want to move this into. The bedroom was pretty big and I didn't really know what else to put in there, so I did a little like living room like set, I don't know, I feel like a lot of guys, if they have a big room, they end up with a couch in there with like all their video games. Like that's a thing, right? If you know somebody that does that, leave it in the comment section down below. I know a bunch of people that like had like living rooms in their bedrooms if they had big enough bedrooms. But yeah, so I did a little living room area with the TV and a bunch of game consoles. And then there was a big space up here, so I was like, what the heck? I just decided to put in like a chess table. And I'm just adding some more paintings and things like that. I don't think there's a lot left to do. Pretty sure now is just some like housekeeping things, like doing the trimming and stuff like that. And probably a lot of landscaping as well. I'm not the best at landscaping, but I think I'm getting better. It is helping, obviously, watching other people build their houses too and see how they landscape. It gives me some ideas and inspiration as to what I should do. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments or suggestions, you can leave it down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!